Good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here, of course, and my buddy Cowboy Joe Bear, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, this literally does not work. So let's get open for business here. Let's wake up those football gods this morning. Man, I used to hate Mondays. Mondays used to be the bane of my existence. But it was really, I have to say, thanks to Benet Emery, when I used to do the Benet Emery show. And I want to say we started that somewhere 2014 or so. Monday nights for about 7 minutes, I would come on. I would talk about the Cowboys and what was going on sports-wise. And that evolved into me beginning to do a live stream. And this is before live streams really were big on YouTube, not like now. I would live stream from 9 to 10. I'd have my section at 9:45 on the Benet Emery show, so that way people could kind of see behind the scenes of me getting set up. And boy, was it really in its infancy. I mean, I literally started out in front of the TV set with the chair. I used the TV set as my backdrop and stuff. So it's come a long ways from that point, but it got me to the point where I actually look forward to Mondays because of being able to do all the live streams and things. And so it's Monday, and we got so much to talk about right now with the Dallas Cowboys. One other thing up here, I have been so blessed in my life with wealth of great friendships and relationships. And above me is the football gods. Every morning, you guys know I turn on the lights with football gods here. This is one of those pieces that means so much to me that you could not put a price on it. The fact that I've got Randy White, who's already signed this, and the fact that to have Tony Dorsett not only sign this, but have Tony Dorsett, when I took his figure off of there, was like, the fuck? He's like, how did you do that? I said, I took the screws off on the bottom of it so that way I could take the figures out so it's easier to sign. And he picks it up and he looks at it and he's like, I'll be damned. He said, I have this exact set in my office. I've had it since the 70s. I never knew that. And so what's cool is now that we're kind of beginning to go through and come to the other side of COVID. In fact, I've got my second COVID shot later on this morning, so I'll get that out of the way, and hopefully everything will go great. The CSA show, where I've met a lot of you great fans over the years and stuff, is actually going to be up and running. Not like it usually is. They're limiting the amount of capacity and things. And they've had some shows which have been without actually autograph signings. This year, oh my God, they've announced that they actually have, I think, about 5 players that are coming in, one of which is Mel Renfro, also the great Jim Brown. Now, Jim Brown's autograph is like $350 or something like that. That's a little rich for my blood. I have met Jim Brown, didn't get his autograph, but I'm not sure that I got that kind of bread. But Mel Renfro is going to be there, number 20, with his signature George Jefferson hair. So I am going to go there. I'm going to take the football gods. In fact, I think I'm going to make a case to put them in to make sure that they're well protected. And I'm going to get another autograph, and that'll be number 3 that'll be on there. And I had a brain fart yesterday because I said, I know Roger's still here, of course. I know Drew Pearson's still here. And wherever I have to go and however much it's going to cost, it doesn't matter. I will make sure I get those. I said Harvey Martin, but Harvey Martin actually passed away probably about 20 years ago. But there are quite a few of them that are still around. I wish I had that when I met Charlie Waters. And got his, but it's going to be great. We'll be there. Me and Michael, and I think Rashid will be there on Saturday and Sunday. So, if you are going, hopefully I'll see you there. And I can't wait to start getting together with you guys, the fans. And I'm working on some different things and ideas where we'll do meetups and have Joe Boo Wings on the road. Do just a road trip, go city to city. Once this whole pandemic is over, I'm ready to bust loose and do Joe Boo Sports on a whole different level. Speaking of being on a whole nother level, we now have rookie minicamp in the books. Today, friends, starts phase 2 of OTAs. Now, here's the thing. The NFL and the NFLPA, they did their thing. They had their negotiations where they're going to get paid, okay? There's going to be so much money, and people have always worried, oh, you can't pay Dak Prescott. You know what's going to be funny is 2 years from now when we look at Dak Prescott's contract, we're going to say that's a team-friendly deal because of the money that's going to be coming in from the gambling. Right now, ESPN is trying to get Sunday Ticket. You've got Hulu, which is now partnering in, and they're in the mix, of course, with Amazon. The streaming money is going to be streaming in. And that's not to count, like, state of Virginia just started being able to have gambling on apps at the end of last year. The Washington football team has a gambling license to have gambling at the stadiums, only game days. But you'll be able to bet on the teams at the stadium. There's going to be so much money. It will be insane. And to get the NFLPA to sign on to this, they made a lot of concessions, and they gave the players what they wanted. They said, hey, if you want to pass the Dutchie from the left-hand side, pass the Dutchie from the left, that's cool. We won't suspend anymore for marijuana use. Players said, yes. You guys, we talking about.
We sitting here, I'm supposed to be the franchise player, and we're in here talking about practice. I mean, listen, we talking about practice. Not a game,
Practice.
Not a game. We talking about practice.
We talking about practice. You guys don't like to practice. We'll cut back on that. Practice, we don't need no stinking practice. And the players said, yes. Hey, you know what? We'll give you another 2% of the pie. We'll get you up to 48% of the gross revenues for you guys because we love you. We love you. They said, cool. But, here's the thing. We need you guys to play one more game during the regular season. But we'll help you out. We'll get rid of one of those preseason games because we know how taxing those preseason games are to you. And we'll reduce the amount of workouts. And one of the places that the workouts were reduced was phase 2 of OTAs. Instead of it being 3 weeks, it's 1 week. So starting today through May 21st, which is Friday, we do phase 2 of OTAs. And that consists of virtual reality meetings, okay? Like my man Quentin said that, in the hotel room and stuff, we have the virtual reality meetings, and then they have on-field drills. So they're actually doing the installs. So they'll do the classroom work via remote, and then they'll go ahead and actually get out on the field. Then come next Monday, they have the weekend off. They have 4 weeks of traditional OTAs, 10 full days, okay, full speed but no contact, okay, in-person virtual reality, in-person or virtual reality meetings, and it also includes a mandatory minicamp. And then that is it. After June 18th, nothing until training camp starts. Now, the Cowboys have a little bit of an advantage, the Cowboys and the Steelers, because they will start training camp sooner than everybody else because they will be playing 4 preseason games. Everybody else will be playing 3. So that's where we stand as far as working out. But this is the first time that the whole team, including guys that will be eventually cut and reduced down to, will be together working out. The rookies with the veterans and everything else, they will all be there doing work on the field today, tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And this is where they really start ramping up because so much of the teaching is actually done now. We're trying to get you up to speed with the concepts and things that we're going to do, the broad strokes of it. Come training camp, you're going to start defining it and figuring out what works and what doesn't work well for the team. And thus far, right now, the rookies' eyes are probably wide open because they're getting hit with a whole lot of stuff. You know, they've literally just gotten to town last Wednesday. They got 3 days of intense classroom work, and then they're out on the field running around. Some of the guys haven't actually done anything because of COVID for, over a year. And so now it's knocking that rust off. And now you're going to be looking at guys you've been watching play football on Sundays, and now all of a sudden you're the teammate. So it's going to be really interesting to see some of these battles. I really want to see, and I've been looking and I can't seem to find anything on Jaylen Smith. I want to see Jaylen Smith's attitude and demeanor right now, because clearly there's a new sheriff in town. And this is an opportunity actually for Jaylen Smith to recommit. I think about the situation in Philadelphia. I hate to use Philadelphia as an example, but I look at what happened with Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz, in his mind, should have known, I'm not playing well. I am a problem. I have to do better. I have to get better. And whatever I have to do that, I must do. When he got benched, instead of looking at himself inside and saying, what did I do and what do I need to do to get my spot back? What do I need to do to win over the players in the locker room? What do I need to do to fix this? Instead of doing that, it seemed like he wilted from it and basically had a hissy fit. I want to go. I want to be traded. I'm done. I'm not going to talk to my coach. That's the opportunity for a person to man the F up. Look inside and fix you. You can't control anything except yourself. And this is where I'm curious to see what Jaylen Smith does with this opportunity. You see, they drafted 2 linebackers, although Jabril Cox, they could convert him into a safety, possibly. Make him another one of the hybrid safety linebackers, so to speak. But if you're Jaylen Smith, you have to see the writing on the wall that anybody can be replaced. If they can let a DeMarcus Ware go, a Dez Bryant go, and so forth, then, I can go as well. So I hope to see Jaylen Smith, that the Cowboys now have his attention, and that he rededicates, refocuses, and takes this as a slice of humble pie and works balls to the wall to get his spot back. That's what it is to be a man. A grown-ass man. So we'll be looking to see where all this goes. I literally cannot wait to get more news from the workouts and things. Shout out to, the John Machadas and the Mike Fishers and the Brian Broduses, the guys that are fortunate enough to actually be there, to actually witness all of this, because without those guys doing their work and things, we don't get the snippets that we can kind of break down and talk about in more details and things. And in the end, you may not like me. You may not like me. You may not like my style. But understand, a lot of work goes into doing what we're doing right here. And whether it's me or, Vosh Lombardi or Law Nation or My Cowboys Family or any of the great YouTubers out there, my man, DMV, and as well as E2 Blue, they're all working hard because we all love the Dallas Cowboys and we all want to see them succeed. We may not agree with the ways that we think that they may succeed, but the great thing is you can get a difference of opinion that might spark something differently or a different point of view in your mind. But as always, you know the deal. folks here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the show for the Sports Report.
One hell of a job, and the only thing else I got to say is